don't know about that, and I don't care right now. Cause this is gonna be fucking difficult, dude. But you know what? That's why we're here. We got tiny mic. I honestly don't even know why I decided to bring this back. Because, I mean, obviously, I procrastinate constantly in my day. I don't even know how loud this is. I'm gonna check this right now. Because I don't trust any of this. Like, I don't know. But it is the Backyard Show live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It has been a long time, basically. And I shouldn't have to explain myself. Because, you know, life happens. Sometimes you get fired from, like, every job ever, and then, you know, you gotta, like, reset. So let's see, man. I don't even know. There's nobody here, but this is getting uploaded. Oh, this is fine. This is fine. This is perfect. Okay, this is gonna be good. Yeah. I'm just mad, dude. I stay mad. I stay mad at shows. I stay mad at open mics. I just stay mad, dude. I just, you know, just gotta know when to call it quits. But I don't even know why. I legit, okay. I didn't buy this out of impulse. I bought it because I wanted it, and it's funny, okay? You don't know how many nasty looks I get every day just for wearing this. But I thought about it, and I'm just like, you know what? That's cool, dude. Because nobody pays attention to me anyways. So I'm just like, once I started wearing the mega hat, people started to look my way. I'm just like, I got thirsty with power, and then I found concentrated power, and I just stuck to it, dude. Literally. This is the worst time to decide to do a live stream because Kill Tony is on right now. And they're probably going to be on till like 8 o'clock. At least there's one person watching this. I hope it's not just me. I don't even know. I can't even tell. If you're in the chat, dude, just chat it up. Talk all that shit you want, cause I don't care. I like it. It's camaraderie, okay? I see it as camaraderie. I don't see it as, you know, people being mean to you and, ew, get out of my comment section. God. It's called a comment section for a reason, because they're comments. I don't know if people knew that. You ever, like, it's like those teachers in class when they're just like, we don't need your comments. Well, technically, comments are crucial. Questions, comments, concerns. How come when people ask if there's any questions, comments, or concerns, usually nobody has any questions or comments or concerns? Nothing comes up. Only until later. I don't know. I feel like people over-explain it. And then they're just like, alright. Like, they know they just blew through, like, 3 paragraphs of information. And they're just like, questions, comments, concerns? No? Great. That's basically how I'm living my life right now. Except I don't even ask for questions, comments, or concerns. I'm just like, great. I feel like I'm a character now at this point. Like, as soon as I bought this, I'm just like, I am not myself anymore. I am a persona of this person. It happens, dude. I don't know why. You go like this, bro. This is what I do when I roll up to a taco truck and I like them. I'm just like, I don't want them to misinterpret this. But you know what's funny is only Mexicans laugh at this. Like, only Mexicans think this is funny, really, because they actually read it and they're like, oh, emo. That's great. Oh my god, I'm disgusting, dude. I'm a disgusting person. I'm in therapy, so that's all that matters. I just realized how long my hair is just by looking at this fucking camera. I've been doing shows like this, dude. People been taking pictures of me like this on stage. I don't know if I like it, but some people seem to like it. I don't know. I feel like some people actually like it, and then some people are just like, oh, okay. Just like, you know what, it looks good. Looks good on you. It's like, all right, dude. It's all good though. I'm just playing with my hair. This is terrible. This isn't even like this is not gonna be watchable or listenable. This is me the return of the backyard show, and it's a major skip. I don't know, man. I'm just like I woke up mad today. It's like always. I just wake up pissed off. I'm just like, this is not it. Abort. This is my armrest for the moment, dude. It's just like this is the most DIY. Like, there's a reason I don't do this, you know. But like, if I had the space for it, I keep saying to myself, if I have the space for it, like if I could get an office or like a little studio, like I'd be down. But then now I'm just giving excuses to not just set up and do it. It's like, it's like just doing stand up. You're just like, oh, like I want to do it. I don't want to go on stage. And then like 3 months pass by and people have been going up for 3 months straight, unlike you. And then look, this is where you're at, dude. This is really where you're at. This is a message for myself, but if the shoe fits, I'm telling you, dude, it just has me like just thinking about like my career, but other people's careers too. It's like it's hard to like manage and maintain it. But if you can like make a routine and just like make it a whole thing, like you might actually have a chance, dude. And I don't think I'm anywhere near good. I just know that I have the consistency and like the willingness to get up there. So that's really all that matters. But and then obviously there's people who are just doing it just because it's cheaper than therapy, right? So there's a lot of that, but it's also like I was listening to Soder, Dan Soder's podcast while I was delivering fucking bullshit, auto parts and stuff like that. And podcasts kind of get me through the day, honestly. So it's like once this is up, who knows? Dude? But no, like I'm just like listening to him. Who he's talking to? He's talking to Dana Gould. Just both legends. They're just talking game. Like it's hard to talk game around here but I realize not a lot of people are trying to like talk game. Like like once you like, some people are just like, yeah, I'm just here for the here for the benefits, or I'm just here to see a bunch of cool comedians that I look up to, or I'm just here because, trying to sell tickets up the wazoo. Trying to sell out theaters already, bro. Like 3 years in, like that's kind of people's like mindset in this. What I've realized, they're trying to blow up quick, and I mean, everybody has their way. Like I just want to stay underground. I want to stay completely just. I want to stay like completely obscure. I want to be like well known, like in the alt scene. That's as far as I'm willing to go. you know, I want to take it as far as I can. I'm working on an album, and I just don't know what I'm gonna call it yet because I have no solid good material to do. So, we had one viewer and they already left. That's fun. But yeah, man. Still got a lot to talk about. Still got a lot to talk about, dude. Still got a lot of life experience to catch up on too. I'm just like, that's why I'm not making it, because I don't have enough life experience. But it's also like finding like the right way to like use your stories and like use things that are personal to you. And I was saying this earlier, like things that are like personal to you, things that are personal, it's better to do that live, because people start to not only see who you are, and they can like get an idea of you as you're telling your story. But there's a lot of writing, a lot of thinking, and I skimp on the writing too. I'm not even like, I write things and ideas and I'm like, that's gonna be funny later, and then you try it and then it's just like, okay, where do I go with this? But I've gotten to the point where it's like I can see where I can take this, and there's potential for this to be like a joke or a bit. So that's where I'm at right there. But it's like the consistency of keeping it down, doing it every day, and like writing, sitting down and writing, and not like scrolling through YouTube and like trying to fuck off, and just like procrastinating and like putting other shit in front of you that doesn't need to be there. Like, is so much, like, it's very mental, super mental. So you gotta be mental though. You gotta be a little crazy. You gotta be a little crazy and delusional. You know, gotta like learn how to just manage and shit. Not sponsored, but dude, I got back on the sugar. I hate it. I was like doing pretty good until it's the holidays. It's crazy, craziest excuse ever. But I'll still drink a Coke Zero though. I fucking love Coke Zero. It's like the dominant soda. It's just there's no way around it. Other soda is too sweet. Everything else is just terrible. Coke Zero's terrible for you, but it's so good. It's a good kind of terrible, man. It is insane. But yeah, just like eating terribly, like just disgusting, vile behavior from this. It's just like, I mean, drive through every day, right? But that's kind of what it's like when you're, constantly, you don't have time to like really like cook or do anything. But not even like that. Just, just I don't know. I was gonna say a smorgasbord, but I hate that fucking word. Such a dumb, stupid word. Like, I don't even know who created that. That's what I'm saying. I gotta get rid of this. If anyone knows how to cut hair, please DM me. The one person in this fucking live stream pulling numbers, dude. It's my first live stream ever on YouTube ever. So yeah, someone tell me to stop. If you guys call me like a disgusting person for drinking this, I will stop. I will actually stop. But I need to have enough hate coming my way in order to stop. Yeah, dude. A lot going on. A lot going on in the community. The community, man. Like a lot of stuff. It's like, oh man, dude. Like, just leave people alone and like let them do whatever they want. And fucking government, like, I don't even know, man. Imagine if I actually like talked like that. Ugh. That's how people sound to me when they're talking about their like political beliefs. I'm just like, yeah, dude. It's terrible. Everybody's still a hippie. Like I know people in their 40s and 50s that are still like the same hippies from the 70s and the 80s. Like, it's insane. I'm just like, yo, you're still that little hippie boy running around San Francisco. But no, it's dumb. Like, I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, there's still people in their hippie phase. It's wild. I try to stop my hippie phase too before it got too deep. But as you gotta start young. When you want to be a hippie, you gotta, obviously when you're young, you're gonna be a hippie. You're gonna be like protesting and doing your little hippie stuff. But it's hard. It's hard to like get away from that, I guess, for some people. I don't know, cause I mean, I respect I respect libertarians. Like, the line of respect gets smaller and smaller every day. I'm just like, there's not a lot of good people who represent libertarians. You gotta get Dave Smith. If you get Dave Smith in the office, dude, honestly, I will throw away all conservative beliefs out the window. I'll be like, you know what, dude? This is the guy I want representing. He's good people, dude. Dave Smith. But a lot of people like him. He gets a lot of guff from the Legion of Skanks. So it's just like, you know, they're good though. I mean, hey, honestly, I mean, I'm not gonna talk about other people on my podcast, but talking about hippies, dude. Gotta stay on one subject. There's so many hippies, dude. A lot of hippies are like metalheads now. I realize a lot of metalheads are hippies, and I mean, punks are starting to become like them too. I mean, they all kind of smell. They smell a little questionable. They all got nasty vests that they don't wash. I know that for a fact. Disgusting. Just beer and puke and and sweat from every Sepultura show that they've ever been to. Like, it's kind of nasty. But yeah, there's a lot of hippies out there. It's too many hippies. Um, I don't know. There's the hippies are just, dude, they're dumb. They're stupid. Like, if you're a hippie, I'm not racist, but hippies, terrible race. If hippies were a race, not fun. I don't know. But there's no like conservative hippies though too. I mean, kinda. I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't know how to call. I don't know what you would call a conservative hippie. It's fun. Gotta think of a word for that. Drop it in the chat. One person in here, or in the comments. But it's fun. It's a fun time here at the Casa de Familia. But no, yeah, you don't see a lot of conservative hippies. I guess people that listen to Tool. If you're an old guy that listens to Tool, that makes sense. That's like a conservative hippie. A lot of old guys that listening to Tool. It makes me feel like I'm getting up there now. A lot of just bald dudes banging out Tool songs. I mean, they're old dudes. I mean, like, when they're in the 90s, they were, like, already, what, 20? Let's fact check this. How do I fact check this on YouTube? We're gonna do a dual screen link up. I don't know. They go back to the 90s, but they're old dudes. Brother. This brother's old. These white brothers, dude. That's the thing, man. I started thinking about that too. Like, I understand how we're gonna get right into this. I understand how black people get mad at white people for stealing all their stuff. For stealing music. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. You're a racist for thinking what you just thought. But no, like, okay, I understand it, especially like since Elvis Presley has been like repopularized now. Cause back then, obviously, dude, they were just hypnotized by them hips. They were just that was the hypnosis that made you ignore that all of his music was stolen from the gospel and from church blues music. He stole all of that. Basically, that's how he was distracting you. But so he distracts you with his gyrating hips. Now nobody realizes that he's kind of thief. He's kind of a thief of culture, and then he just made millions off of this music. And I'm pretty sure he continues to make a lot of money off of it, his estate or whatever. But that's neither here nor there. There's a lot of frustration when it comes to like, and everybody talks about it a lot. It's like this premise is overdone as a premise, but I guess my take on it, which is very important. I guess it's like I just lost my train of thought. This is really good weed, basically. No, but no, like Elvis, I mean, I get it, and I don't get it, obviously, but it's like, I listen to white dudes that play reggae. I think Sublime is probably one of the better ska reggae bands in California. That says a lot. Next to Bob Marley, it's like Sublime, Bob Marley. I mean, Sublime, like Steel Pulse is up there too, I guess, but like, it's just really good. And what I like about it is like, okay, D'Angelo was talking about neo soul was basically taking soul back from white people because they stole it to make hip hop, and they took a culture and they made millions off of soul music. And okay, I guess it's funny how they don't like target Mexicans though too, because I guess we're cool, but there's a lot of Mexican soul artists. But neo soul basically was derived from trying to take soul back and make it, reclaim it basically, which is like what funk is. Like if you listen to Rick James, like funk is just basically rock and roll, because what Led Zeppelin um, stole music from like Buddy King. I don't know if it was Buddy King or not, but they stole blues and jazz, soul, and they turned it into rock and roll basically. I don't know. That was a malfunction. They made it into rock and roll. So then, black people are like, yo, they're like, yo, man, what the fuck? You took my shit, man. And they're like, all right. Basically, they're like, all right, well, they reclaimed the music by making funk, which is basically punk, but like black punk, essentially. And I'm pretty sure it's arguable that, you know, Death, the first ever punk band, you know, they were black men, So they started that. They started the punk movement. I don't think a lot of people understand that either. A lot of these jerk offs starting shows under the bridge, getting the freeways shut down for a punk show. Now, I respect it. I respect it. The inner punk DIY person in me is like, that's pretty cool. I wish I went, but I don't, because I don't like going to backyard parties and shows anymore. It has to be like, if it's either I'm invited, I'm playing, or I'm there to see someone specific, like Bill Scosby or the River Rats, a band that I like. Um, Shout outs to them though. Shout outs to the boys, dude. That's another thing. I feel like I'm just like, as I get older, I'm just like, dude, like, stop with the Nas, with the coke, with the drinking every day, the fucking fighting people and running around in a circle pit. Like, when does it really end? Like, when can you just like put that as like a phase in your life? And I feel like I've gotten to that point now, because I'm just like, it's redundant living like that. I don't know. I mean, like, to each their own, but it's just not good. It's not a good way to live, man. A lot of people that live like that. I know a lot of people that want to party like those people. You do not want to party like that, dude. A lot of people come and go, dude. But yeah, see, it's like, I don't like talking about politics, because I end up just getting into other issues, that are rooted with politics, Like, people say there's no escape to it. Like, okay, how about you turn your phone off, throw it in the basement, and just forget about it for like 6 hours, and go outside. Tell me if you see, like, tell me if you see like the despair of how politics is making your life seem. I don't know. Talk to your neighbor instead of arguing with people on like the comment section. I mean, hey, I do it too. That's what I was talking about earlier. Teachers that don't like comments. Like, I don't know why people don't like comments. If you don't like comments, just don't look at the comments. How about you just post your shit and just take it for what it is. Look at how much views you're racking up. Figure out how to keep it going and just take it. That's it. I mean, there's good and bad to like reading it, and not to sound like fucking Mr. Rogan. I'm just like, okay, I look at all the comments, because I'm nothing, I'm doomed by the comment section. Dude, I look at all the comments. I love the good comments. When I see them, I'm just like, I know it. I know. I've been saying this. The negative stuff, I'm just like, yeah. There's nothing that negative comments can't say that I've already thought like 1,000 times worse, you know? So, but that's the thing, like, especially if, like, comedians get mad at the comments, like, what the fuck? Since when were comedians getting mad at what, like, people say about them? It's, I'm sure a lot of people have shit to say about your old boy here, but I don't have time. And if anything, I'd like to hear what people have to say instead, because in my eyes, it seems more like respectable, you know, for someone to say what they're actually thinking about you. Because I always say what I'm thinking about a person, especially when I'm in front of them, But I don't like, I don't like being too nice. I feel like being like fake nice should be done like in the workplace or something, I was thinking about that, like instead of like managers being condescending, like how come they can't just be fake nice? Just fake it. Just like put on a fake smile and just take things as it is and acknowledge it and move on. Like no. That's not how it works in the corporate business. You gotta blow you gotta blow your lid a couple times, dude. Everybody's either always trying to fight you or just trying to like ridicule you, make you seem dumb. like they gotta talk like real slow to you, like you're in hospice or something. They have to talk to you like you're on hospice for them to like get it out, and then they're like, all right, well, see you tomorrow. It's like, fuck that, dude. It's so dumb. I don't get it though, but I mean, hey, you gotta uphold the corporate biz, dude. The corporate biz is it's running shit out here. But yeah, like, the comment sections are so fun. I like the comments. I'm just like, bring it on, dude. In fact, I've like read some of the roast battle comments, and I'm just like, a lot of them are like praising, but there's some of them where I'm like, yeah, I do that. I do that, and I hate myself for it. But I learn and I move on. Fucking no, but some people have been nice, but I see people get fucking obliterated. I see my peers get obliterated, and I'm just like, well, at least someone said it, dude. It's hard though. It's hard to not look at the comments. I'm just like, I look every day if there's like new comments and shit. I'm just like, hell yeah, dude. Some people recognize, but it's not good. It's definitely not good. Good and bad, I think. But it's fun. It's nothing, dude. This is hard. This is hard. This is why I stopped doing this. I said this earlier. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like live is just better. You just do it. Instead of talking about stuff. I mean, I was always talking about like getting it back, but Adam's probably looking at this like, yo, what the fuck is wrong? What happened to the show, dude? It's nothing special. It's just DIY. I still can't even see who's actually watching, and they're not commenting, so. It's funny. Yeah, dude. These comments, these conservatives, dude. These conservative hippies banging out Tool songs. Yeah. No, I would never want to be like a manager, though. Ugh, that is terrible. It's a terrible life. Definitely. I see it. Like, every time I join a new workplace, it's like, there's always that one person that it's basically like the same manager you've worked for, just with a different fucking avatar, different body of skin. Same person, same personality. But I had that at the deli. When I worked at the deli. Ooh. The deli was terrible. Oh, man. I should join the bakery. They were even saying, Tammy, I don't even think, people don't even know. Fucking Edwin doesn't even talk like that to me anymore, so I don't even think he's watching this. But a friend of ours recognized me as I was working in the deli, because she worked in the bakery right next to us in the Sprouts supermarket. I was like, should I? Not even. Sprouts is terrible. I go there and I'm just like, this is supposed to be a happy place. It's like, just everybody like hates themselves, and you can feel it when you walk through the door. And, like, always like managers yelling at people. I remember I saw somebody get chewed out at UPS like on my first day, and I'm just like, whoa, those offices are soundproof, because buddy, like, I'm hearing, seeing somebody yelling at someone with like veins on their neck, red and shit, like finger in the face, right through that little window, like, of the, I guess, the whatever, their office or whatever. And I'm just like, this is a fun first day. I'm never coming back here ever again. I got a different job after that. I was like, started doing construction with the homies. So yeah, this is hard to keep up on my own. But yeah, stop getting mad at comments. Comments are just like, especially if you're a comedian, man. Like, I don't know. It's like when people get roasted, they're just like, what the hell? It's like, I mean, you're consenting to getting roasted unless there's like boundaries that have been spoken of, you know? Like, it's a real deal, dude. I am gonna be at the Comedy Store tomorrow doing roast battle at 10 p.m. in the belly room, so get those tickets. One person, all of my my loyal fan, my one loyal fan, dude. I'm gonna fly them out here. I don't know who they are, but you gotta come here to the studio. In fact, never mind, don't, because I don't know who you are. Unless I get a text from you, I don't know who you are, dude. Yeah, man. Trying to relax. Been smoking. Been chilling. That's another thing. I'm straight, like, I know I say I don't do. I'm California sober. I hate to say it, but it's just what it is, man. I love it though. It's not bad. Like, Wellbutrin, and THC, a little caffeine to tie it all together, dude. I think I found my happy medium. I was doing bad, dude. I was like having like panic attacks. Well, like prior to finding holistic medicine. No, like after like starting therapy, I was just like, yo, like this is a lot to unpack, because obviously you can't talk to like your friends or your family about your burdens and your tribulations. Like that's not good. Nobody wants that. So you talk to a professional and they start helping you unbag all that. This sounds like a sponsor for BetterHelp, but we'll get there one day. But seriously, like once you start like unpacking stuff, and you're just like realizing like everything that happened to you in childhood is literally a reflection of what's happening in your current like present state of mind, and it's all rooted into how you lived life as a child, into how you are like expressing that nowadays. And I was just like, that's the realization that I came to. Not everybody has the same realization, but I started thinking about that, and I'm just like, you know what? I gotta stop. I gotta stop being a knucklehead and going out to concerts and like drinking and fighting. I don't even like to fight. People just pick fights with me, so I just have no choice. And then I started learning Muay Thai, so. But altogether, I also stopped going to concerts and shows, backyard shows. It's funny, that's why I call it the backyard show. But it's just my own interpretation, because, I don't feel very welcome in the backyard punk scene, like stuff like that. I like the music. I just hate the fan base, dude. Like, I don't mean to put a lot of you into a box. But like I said, like I go when I want to see the homies play, or a band that I just like generally. Like there's a lot of bands that I'm not like friends with, not like for personal reasons. I don't know what it is. You know, some bands I just don't choose to like interact with like that. Sometimes I try and I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to meet my heroes essentially, but sometimes you meet them and they're cool as fuck. But you know, honestly, yeah, meet your heroes. Your heroes are you learn a lot about yourself when you meet your heroes and how you like interact with them when they're in the same room as you, like people that you just like look up to. I remember I ran into Dave Attell at the comedy store in the hallway as I was trying to get up on set of the night, I think. I might have been on roast battle. Either way, you know, strictly belly room. That's where I'm at. Strictly belly room. Strictly. I ain't making it out the belly room. I got in. There's no way I should have got in, and there's no way I'm ever getting out. So, no. I'm coming for that original room set soon. Keep trying to sign up for potluck. I've only signed up like twice, but it's because I wasn't comfortable going up now. So now I feel like I'm actually like gonna get up. Dude, I'm just like zooming through like different topics. Dude, this is crazy. That's how I am though. Like especially like at a backyard show or a concert. Like I'm never like hanging out unless I come with a group. I'm never hanging out with anybody. I'm just fucking solo dolo, just like walking around, like checking out the perimeter. Like everybody's all focused on their like little cliques and their groups, and I'm just freestyling, dude. Just meeting people, running into people. But even when I run into people, I don't like hanging out with them that long. I'm just like kind of on my own journey, I guess. But no, it's cool because you know, like I said, people don't mix well. I don't mix well with like the people who go to shows and stuff like that. So you know, I'll watch from home. I'll support from home from the Instagram and shit. Oh, last show I went to, I think it was at the Regent. To see well, Bill Scosby was playing. Spare Change opened up the show. I think Rude Tone Bandits were there. It was a Regent show. It was like a free show. Fuck it. Free show. Fun time. So I go. I'm running into all the homies from high school, homies that I used to work with, people I just used to hang out with all the time. It's fun, and I'm not drinking. I'm just strictly smoking. That was like the first actually show there at the Regent, or when I stopped drinking, because the one that I went before that, maybe no, because I saw Leftover Crack before that show, like a couple months. No, but I was drunk at that show. So, but yeah, this last show, the last free show at the Regent was the last first show that I ever stopped drinking. Sure, we'll go with it, dude. We'll do it live, dude. But so I'm meeting people, I'm running into people, you know, having fun. And then Spare Change is up. So I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Let's go see Spare Change. And they're a good band. Another band that I don't talk to. They're cool people. They look like cool people. I think I've tried talking to them, like the couple members. I'm not gonna say specifically, but you know, kind of just blew me off. There's a lot of bands that kind of do that, so I'm just like, cool. But I like their music, so I'm like, hey, I pull up. Nobody wants to be in the front, you know. I pull up to the front. Pit's going around. Same people in the you know. People that start the pit at the beginning of the show are always drunk as fuck. They're like probably coked out. They're doing this, that, and the other. A lot of them maybe they got a little schizophrenia. It's the people who start the pit are always the craziest ones. So they're going around, you know. People are swinging, they're pushing, they're grabbing, they're shoving. They're bumping and grinding, whatever. And so maybe like the first or second song in, this guy's coming around the pit and I'm just watching, you know, banging my head, whatever. Pause. This guy just grabs me like by the shoulders, and just like starts like trying to like drag me in with him. This dude had some fucking retard strength, dude. Like I'm straight up. This guy was not all there, obviously, but he pulls me in, and like, dude, I'm I'm done. I had my fun. I've done all that since I was 15. I'm chilling, so I just push him off. And instead of him, that he could have taken that as a sign to just keep going around in the pit. No, he took that as a fighting motion, because I shoved him off of me and I tried to walk away, and he just turned around like the Terminator. I was just like, oh shit, and I'm like trying to be level. I'm like, yo, like, just I'm backing up. I'm like, chill, dude. And he's like kind of like, like trying to chin up and shit, which is, now that now that I do martial arts, that was not a good position to be in. Right here, trying to dog somebody is not a good position to be in. But I didn't know how to fight back then, so I push. I'm like, yo, I'm chilling, relax, and I turn around, and as soon as I turn around, dude, I'm talking the hardest sucker punch I think has ever been laid, and I've been sucker punched maybe twice in my life. Twice, other than that altercation, happened 3 times maybe total. Other 2 times I was like way younger, totally fine. But like this, I turn around and he just hit me with the heart, and I'm just like, again, I I just smoke weed now. I'm just a chill. I'm just a chill guy. I'm just like literally just a chill dude. So instead of like getting into it, I was kind of just like, I turned back around. I was like, dude, like I was just like, yo. And funny enough, none of my friends saw any of this go down. Cause I mean, I hope they would have been there in an instant if they did see that. But I have friends all over, and I don't think any of them saw that happen. So not to like blame them, like they're their own dude. It's I shouldn't have been straying from groups, but it's like I came alone, so pause. This guy does it. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then I back up, like, I'm not fucking turning my back to this monster again. So I go back in the pit. People around obviously saw that. They saw that go down. So this one foo, and I'm talking, okay, 2 foos actually. And when I say they were foos, like, you ever look at like a guy just covered in tattoos, and you're like, this guy's either gonna kill me or rob me, like real, like blasted head to toe. The spider webs, right? Like he had a spider web yarmulke tattooed into his dome. It was just, can't make it up. So they both came up to me and asked me if I was okay, and I was like, yeah, dude, I'm literally just here chilling, trying to watch the band that I grew up watching. And so those 2 guys ended up getting him kicked out. And so literally the first band in, like 3 songs in, and I had like to this day I think I still get like, I feel it like right here, like in front of my ear. I was like, yo. So yeah, dude. And I had to fucking I had to experience the whole show, because I think Bill Cosby was like towards the end. I had to, well, as soon as they were done, I left. Like, I didn't stay for any of the other bands. But like, I had to sit the whole day just like, fuck. It was terrible. Even smoking didn't help it. Like, it was like a nasty headache. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy, but yeah, now your boy knows Muay Thai, so I don't really tolerate people in the mosh pits anymore, because that's not the first time that has happened in a mosh pit. Other times it's happened, but it's like I was younger, you know. or some people actually would try to start a fight, and then I would just like not engage them whatsoever. Like it's always that one dude. It's always that one piece of shit where they're just like trying to ruin it for they're trying to ruin it for someone, just one person. As happened to be that person, but ain't no thing. It's just what happens. It happens when you go to punk shows and ska shows and shit. Like someone's just trying to fight you. Someone's trying to just drink and fight. And yeah, that's how it goes. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. And we still getting started, dude. Finally got into like a flow. Before I was like, ugh, there's so much going on here. You guys don't see it because there's a camera here, just in my space. But you know, a lot going on in this community, in these streets. Yeah, man, people gotta stop like letting politics dictate how you think about a person, man. Like, there was I had never heard of this company. Funny enough, before the story starts, because I know this is not useful information at all, but um, this coffee, the San Fernando Coffee Company, they have a sticker posted at my job. I'm like, yo, this is perfect. This is the universe telling me that was the universe telling me to bring the backyard show and have an emergency backyard show. So, okay, that has nothing to do with this story, but I think I don't know when it happened, but I know it was very recently, maybe a couple days ago, that somebody spray painted MAGA GTFO on this local coffee bar, which is like they're posted like a vendor basically. And so yeah, they're just like, yo, like I mean, what the fuck? The reason why it was spray painted on that man's business was because his page follows somebody who makes Trump merch. Now, I don't like to, I don't count this as Trump merch. This is original right here, but yo, I'm not gonna get into this rant with this on, but how the fuck are you gonna look through a business page's following? Like, who are they following? I mean, I do that sometimes. Like, I want to see like who like certain people follow. I'm not people that like I look up to, but maybe like mutuals. But to look through somebody's follower section to find you're like, I gotta find something on here, something I could use against this guy, whatever quarrel they have with this company or whatever. And I know even talking about this, that somebody's gonna like send me some DMs, and I'm clipping this because I am clipping some of this. Like how, like, do you like these people have nothing better to do? Even when I don't work and I don't have a job, at least I'm productive. At least I'm out there every night doing stand up, trying to write new jokes, trying to record, hosting spots left and right, like slinging mic stands, dude. Like I'm doing something, at least, in my eyes, I think is productive. But like it's like, what are we doing here, dude? And it had been brought up to my attention again because in my algorithm, um I guess an old teacher of mine, he's very well known. He's very he's very well known. He's a stand-up dude. Doesn't do He's a real stand-up dude. I'm sure even people who aren't from California have heard of this man because that's how fucking awesome of a teacher he is. He has a radio show. He has like a podcast. I get. Well, I mean, the same thing, dude. but he also has like a local news outlet. I guess Valley Views. I mean, it's out there. If you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, dude, everybody knows everything about you. Why do you think you get? Why do you think you get weird letters? Like, I've never heard of this company because that satellite in the sky knows everything about everybody, and they know where you live, and they're sending all types of mail. But that's besides the point. Valley Views, San Fernando Valley, they have that news page, and they posted about an altercation that I really wasn't even that much aware of. I mean, I understand when people want to call out like companies or businesses or whatever that are like associated with ICE, and or that, support like Trump or whatever the fuck. I don't care. Like, it doesn't really, I mean, it affects my community in a sense. It does affect me, but like, I don't care who you follow. You could follow Hitler's Instagram page, and I wouldn't, like. I mean, I'm not gonna. I'll ask about what the. What's that? What's that on your bookshelf? Explain this one. But like, I just, live your life. People are interesting. People, you don't have to be a diehard. And I'm not like defending like MAGA or like Trump people too, because I mean, they're just as dumb as people who are, voting for the other side. So at the end of the day, it's like it's just meant to make people butt heads. But the point of this was, so there's like an altercation between the Midnight Hour record store that's also in San Fernando, and then you got this coffee company that is just minding their own business. They're just legit just selling coffee. They don't get involved in politics. They follow a couple other restaurants who are openly conservative, Republican, Trump supporters. Even some people who did vote for Trump and regret voting, and like even made like paragraph words of social media posts just to be like, yo, we don't support any of this happening. Yes, I'm sorry, I did vote for Trump, but I didn't think he was gonna do this. Oh, like, fucking, it's so dumb. But then, so, I guess people are like messaging the Midnight Hour on Instagram like, hey, you see this coffee company? Yeah, they follow Trump merchandise pages. So it's like, dox them. Like, and then now you got, I'm not sure. I looked through the Midnight Records page to see if they posted about him, because I know they posted about like Tacos Way, which is like a chain in the valley. I'm not sure if they're out anywhere. I think they're probably in San Diego, maybe. I don't know, but they're a very popular chain. And like, he openly supports Trump. I mean, I don't think politics should be involved in food, because there's already a lot of food politics. This one, for example. But like, that's besides the point. I don't know, like, this has been said so many times, but the left is literally doing the same thing that they're mad about with the conservatives. Like, they're just doing the same thing, like, because, like, I'm not saying it's okay that a coffee shop was defaced, but it's like the Midnight Hour constantly gets their windows broken out. People are spray painting slurs on their walls and just not nice things. People protest their. I think they protested the Midnight Hour because they did a drag queen story hour there. I'm not sure if they did it there, but I know that they did it at the San Fernando Library, in which people came to protest that, which is like, okay, like, I mean, let them protest. I mean, people can do whatever they want, man. Like, but like the midnight hour, basically, like, they get a lot of scrutiny for their political beliefs too. But it comes with like it's the nature of it, like I guess with just the city alone, but it's like that's not okay. You can't break somebody's windows because you don't like what they represent, but it's like you can't deface somebody's business. And it's just like it's legit just two small business owners. Oh, I don't know, should I call them small? They're local business owners, mom and pop shop, whatever you want to call them. It's just them fighting each other because of their own political beliefs. Now, from what I've seen, San Fernando Coffee Company doesn't even like post about their political beliefs. They're not even. I don't even know if they're conservative. I haven't even looked into that, but they don't post about politics the way the Midnight Hour record store posts about politics, which is like they post more about politics than they do, I think, their actual like events. Like I see more politics based stuff than I see when they do record drops, which is like, I mean, that's their own page. Like I'm not their marketing associate, but it's just funny to think that where their heads are at, their heads are not like where it should be, which is, taking care of their business in which their community thrives off of, and it makes everybody feel welcome. Because okay, like, you know di- I'm not gonna get into DEI because I know nothing about it, but the more diverse things become, the more like we welcome gay, straight, lesbian, black, white, brown, yellow, red. Once you start listing all the things that it's like we welcome this, like what about the other stuff around it, like they only welcome their people, not to like call them those people, but it's like, theys, thems, whatever you want to call it, dude. Theys, thems, dems, conservatives, like they just they're segregating as well. Like that's not inclusivity. That's like extreme inclusivity just becomes segregation. You know, it's like a lot of just hypocrisy. But and again, I'm not saying the other side is like perfect either. I mean, they're. I honestly I don't know who's dumber, dude. I'm still trying to figure out like who's dumber. It's like Dumb and Dumber. It's legit like Dumb and Dumber. It actually, that's what politics is. It's Dumb and Dumber. It's just people that don't understand each other going at each other. And no, but it's just like, and I'm not here to dump on them. I mean, I'm gonna call out both sides of it. But it seems to me that it's only okay when one side does it and then the other side, you know, they do the same thing to each other. I don't know. I don't think there's any like, I don't think the community thrives off of that, you know. But there's tons of record stores in the valley. There's tons of places to get coffee in the valley. Like, I mean, it's just like with that. Well, I guess with that said, like they should be able to support each other before they just drive each other into the ground. But like I said, I don't like. I think I made my point because at the end of the day, like if I come out here like, yo, like both you guys gotta chill, we all gotta just get together, like, then somebody will probably come and like break my windows out and spray paint my car, or, like try to shoot me in the neck. Like it's just, you can't bring either side together because they're not gonna mend. They're just gonna keep clashing until, I mean, one of these businesses will probably go out of business depending on where they're putting their time and energy. But I mean, like, it shouldn't have to come to that, I don't think. People are worried about the fucking war in Gaza, or like people are starving in Nigeria, but they don't want to fix they don't want to fix things in their town, in their community. It's like it also, I forget where I heard this. Oh, I think I heard it on Joey Diaz's podcast where he's like, you got to start by sweeping your own front door before you go sweeping up every other block, dude. And that's real shit. Real shit at the 60-minute mark. But yeah. So this is my turning point. Backyard Show is now a conservative-based news site. Get all your conservative-based, music-based stuff here. I don't even identify as Barry. I identify as Hitler now. My pronouns are mein Führer. So, you better start doing it, dude. I won't have it any other way. So yeah, we gotta go back to... So I got this bit now. Now we're going back to comedy. I got this bit I'm trying to make work. Where it's like, I see a lot of people from LA. I hear a lot of them like, oh, I'm from LA, so time to be a Dodgers fan. Time to go to the Dodger Stadium. In which, I mean, I'm not gonna shit on sports. I used to like sports. I mean, I'll play baseball, but like, I'm not a fanatic. I used to bet on the Dodgers, but it's kind of hard these days. So but whatever, however you feel about them, separate the art from the artist. I don't care. Who cares where they're sending their money to? As long as they're not funding wars, that's the best you can ask for. If the Dodgers were giving their money to, like, I was gonna say Israel, but I guess now it's too late. They could be sending their money to whoever they want. I mean, as long as it's not like going to somebody who has their sights on us, So, what was I talking about? As I mean, yeah, separate the art from the artist, man. You could like the Dodgers. I don't care. I joke. I make fun of it a lot because it's funny. It's funny to see the hope leave a white lady's eyes when you tell them that the Dodgers' money is funding ICE detention centers. Like, it's it shouldn't matter. You shouldn't care. Like, if you like the Dodgers, dude, I fuck with Otani. When has there ever been a Japanese baseball player that has hit as much home runs as Shohei Otani? It's our time now. Dodgers, have been Latino based for a long time, but hey, dude, time to move over, dude. This new sheriff, the new sheriff is in town, dude. But I don't care. But a lot of people, they say, okay, well, I'm from LA, or I live in LA now, so time to be a Dodgers fan. It's like, I feel like that's what they should do with it. Okay, hold on. So, see, it's a good thing I'm working this out right here instead of on stage, because open mics suck. So, a lot of people from LA think they have to be a Dodgers fan because they're in LA or they live in LA, which is kind of like saying if you're from Germany, you have to be a fan of the Nazis, right? It's like, huge fan of the Nazis. So you're from LA, you must be a huge fan of the Dodgers, right? It's like, yeah, I'm from Germany and I love the Nazis. Like, best team ever. I mean, the uniforms. That was terrible. The uniforms. Some of the best. Might be the best. Honestly, I have the notes written on my phone, but I'm not gonna grab. I don't need notes. I'm a fucking pussy. I don't need notes. Just do it live, dude. No, yeah, it's because I have another, like, part of that bit. So it's like, so people think that if they're from LA, or people think if someone is from LA or lives in LA that they have to be a fan of the Dodgers. That's like saying that I'm from Germany, so I have to be a fan of the Nazis. And I also, I still think it might be a big Jay Ogerson joke, so. But, the journey starts here, we'll find out. I have to remember to do that bit on stage. So, but yeah, then it's like, there's another part that I'm totally forgetting, and you guys hate. every single second of this, but I had to do it. I had to tell the world how I feel. A whole hour and 4 minutes worth of thoughts and background noise and sipping soda and just nonsense. Nobody's gonna listen to this, dude. If I had to listen to this at work, I would just drive off of the freeway. It's like, this is terrible. No one's gonna listen to this. No, you gotta get your shit out there. That's what it is. Somebody's gonna like it. Somebody's gonna listen to it. Somebody in Israel already listened to my podcast, so what's up, dude? I'm about to get Charlie Kirked out here. But yeah, that's been talked about. I gotta get relevant, and I'm trying to. This is my attempt at gaining relevancy again in this platform. But maybe I could clip some of this for sure. I don't even know how long it's gonna take to upload to YouTube, but we'll do it live, dude. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Okay. I think we got enough. I'm conservative now. I can't even say that with a straight face. Um, I lean. I lean a little to the left, lean to the right. You don't know where I'm gonna lean. Yeah, dude, just stop making fools of yourself. Like, if going to church is what it takes, then I guess it's gonna have to start, dude. But nah, gotta take care of the community last. The community comes second. You gotta start with your own front porch. And then, write jokes about what's going on your front porch, and then try it out. But yeah, thank you to the one person who stuck around for this. This is really nice. I'm gonna have to do this every week again. Hopefully I can get a guest on. I know a lot of people that I want to get on the show, but ain't nobody gonna come here and sit on this couch for an hour. Only the homies have been down to do it, but it's like, I gotta get people that it's not saying I don't want to talk to the homies. I always want to talk to the homies, but I gotta spread my wings, believe in myself a little more, put in the time and the effort, and just go for it like we did today. I think I got a couple good jokes in. I got a couple, moments. And, yeah, I'm gonna watch some libtards get completely owned by conservatives. And, oh, yeah, I got a roast battle tomorrow at the Comedy Store. So, buy some tickets. Come see your boy. I forget what other shows I'm doing. Oh, yeah, I'm doing another roast on Saturday. I don't know where, but stay posted on my Instagram. The Barry Montoya. That's TheBarryMontoya. Nope, let's not do that. Wait a second. I don't know what I'm doing here. Fuck it, we'll do it live. I feel like an old person. I'm just clicking buttons. I don't know what I'm doing here. What's this? What's that? I don't know what I'm doing.